All right, you should. Let me get in the screen. You should be able to hear me now. Let me know once you can. Oh, okay, yeah, you don't hear that. Tick, 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 tick. Let me know once you hear me. Oh, okay, I should mute this. All right, you guys should be able to hear me now. And then the reason why I have an RDX pulled up or Acura, an Acura RDX radio is because we're making an Acura RDX harness. So a lot of people think you can't upgrade this radio, and it's kind of true. You can't because there's no dash kit, but you can because the harnesses exist. But then there's like little caveats. So like, you know, the RDX has. I'm gonna open this image right here. Open a new tab. So let me make this way bigger. I know it probably looks crazy, but I want you to see what I'm talking about. Sound breaking up. No, that's not what you want. All right, hold on one sec. Gotta fix that. All right, let me know. Is that still breaking up? Yeah, we covered that last live stream, but I'll talk about it in a little bit. That 9-inch screen. But is the audio still cutting out? I need to scroll this over. It should be picking me up. It has All right, moved it. Hey guys, how's the audio now? I'm talking a little louder, but I also changed which mic. Okay. All right, awesome. All right, so this is the RDX, right? Acura RDX. Most people don't even know this car exists. It's a small SUV. I'm just gonna type it in real quick. Looks pretty weird. It's weird. It's a little better now. That's like the MDX. There's a lot of similarities between this and the MDX, and essentially, you can replace the radio, but you lose. If you're wanting to replace the radio in your Acura RDX, oh my god, hold on one second. My wife is calling me. Audio, no. We should be good on the audio. Yeah, it's picking up the right one. Because if I use. What if I use the laptop's audio? How's that? Yeah, but the. I'm trying to think if I have anything that has an actual microphone. Nah, we're just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, grab the camera. I'm gonna have to talk lower. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Um, yeah, man. Laptop audio scenes again. Yeah, working late again and again and again. You already know, man. You already know. Alright, let me switch back to the microphone on the laptop. Maybe I bring the laptop closer. Nah, it is what it is. I'm gonna just have to talk louder. I'm trying to think of anything with a mic, man. Yo, I just thought of something. One second, one second. Alright, look, so this is the mic from one of the Android screens, and my laptop has a mic port, so we about to get studio audio quality right now, boys. Let's go. Let's go. It looks like it's getting picked up. Let me go to OBS. See. This one's way too loud. Yeah, it needs to come down a little bit. Alright. Now it's probably too loud. But, let me clip this somewhere. Clip it up here. Let's go, baby. We problem solve, baby. Let's go. Oh, that's gonna get hidden. Sorry about the noise, guys. I'm trying to figure out where to clip this. Alright, I'm gonna clip it right on the iPhone. Alright, so now now we should be good. I don't know if I caught that on video or not, but I probably didn't. You'll probably didn't even see what I did. Hold on, let me go back to OBS. Move this out of the way. Alright. So I'll show you what I came up with last minute. Let me just shrink this out of the way. Okay, open this up. Alright, so this is the mic that comes with an aftermarket radio, and I got lucky enough that my laptop has a mic port, and believe it or not, this works. So we're good on audio now. I am gonna put this right here. No. Right. No. I'm not sure what. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, there we go. That should be good. Now you should be able to hear me. Alright, let me reset my stuff here real quick. Oh, that's still too big. Sound of his what? Near the can. Also, it should be closer. Alright. Well, let me turn the sound on this on and see. Alright, guys, I think I'm set up now. So I was talking about the RDX. The RDX, you can't change the radio. There is just no dash kit. We have to make a harness for it. It's almost exactly like the MDX. You just lose your climate control information if you don't have navigation. So let me just get started with that. So what's up, guys? Working late, yes. Someone asked about the Android 9-inch screen. If you want it, buy it. The video with the harnesses. So I didn't do my full review yet, but I did start filming a video regarding like how to use it, how to best use it, because that's the question I get the most. It's like, yo, how do I get to do what you did? So I filmed the video on how to do that. I'm almost done. And then the harness that is in that video will go live when that video goes live. I want to say it's going to be towards the end of this week. Thank you, Casey. Yeah, RDX 07 to 13, but believe it or not, no, 07 to 12, and then 13 to 15. Again, we know that the harnesses work. We know how to replace the radio because of the harnesses, but there's no dash kits for the RDX. So it's a good business opportunity for someone who has some money, man. Dash kits are a big investment, but like in the long term, they'll pay off. But you got to be ready to, sit on that for a year or so before you get your money back. But yeah, so this customer has an RDX. They're gonna put the radio down below. So like on my little screen on the top right over here, right? Yeah, you can see the picture of the RDX dashboard. He's gonna put the radio where this arrow is. I know it's hard to see on my little screen, but that's where it's gonna go. And he's gonna put an actual double DIN there. It's a Sony unit, so it's gonna stick out a little far and come down, which is perfect. It's gonna fit right in there. It's a really good idea if you have an RDX. You can put a double DIN down there. It's just really low, but I mean, it gets the job done. It'll give you CarPlay. Yes, video reviews coming, but there's a lot of stuff. So like in my initial first impressions video, there's a lot of stuff that I promised on that can't be reviewed because the software is not there yet. So that's what's caused the delay. So two things caused the delay. I guess three things. One, life. A lot of things happened in my personal life. Two, I wasn't driving the car as much because of my personal life. And three, the people who developed that tablet, the software that they're writing for it isn't complete yet. So like there are certain things that work and other things that don't work. Like your climate still works, but when it first launched, the CD information wouldn't show up on the screen. Volume information wouldn't show up on the screen. So that's kind of like resolved now, but there's still a bunch of other things they have not fixed. So I was trying to hold off to do a full review till they fix all those things, but they're just we have to go at their speed. So the video that I'm filming and have filmed part of is just like, hey, look, if you want to buy it. Here's the best way to hook it up. Here's the best way to use it with your factory amplifier, with our plug-and-play amplifier. If you want to do aftermarket amps, etc. So just kind of talking about the overall features, but not a full true review because there's still a lot of limited stuff that isn't available on it. But again, that video should be out like I want to say Saturday or Sunday. I got to finish filming it Friday morning is when I set time aside. So as long as nothing goes on in my personal life, I should be good to finish it, and then I can get it out Saturday or Sunday. So what I just did is I unpinned this Sony harness. These are all the speaker wires. This RDX has an amplifier, so you're using low-level signal out. You're not using the speaker wires. The reason why we don't leave these in the harness is because then you don't have anywhere to connect these, and people get confused when they have wires that are just loose. They're like, do I need to hook these up? Where do these go to? And sometimes they stop their installation, or they try to do this at night and then they hold off till the morning. So try to remove as many obstacles, as many questions as possible. So these get removed, and any other wire that's not used gets removed for that same purpose. We do need to add a wire to this because unlike the MDX, the RDX does have illumination here, so we need to get some orange wire and add a terminal to it. I'm just going to steal it from one of these harnesses. So this is a harness for a Honda Civic. Metro sells this. Everyone sells this. Everyone has a copy of this. We have a bunch of them. We do Honda Civic harnesses, but it's super rare, but we do have them. I'm just going to steal this orange wire real quick because I need it instead of trying to terminate one right now. Come on. It's being annoying. When you're unpinning stuff, it's really like having the right tool to do the job. Otherwise, you're gonna waste so much time trying to unpin. So right now, I doubt you're gonna be able to pick it up on camera. But there's a little slot here. I have to lift up to get the wire out, and this is too fragile. You see, it's already bent, so it just keeps bending as I try to do it. But I'll get lucky enough and grab it just the right way, and then be able to take it out. Just a matter of time. Come on. See, it was there. It was out a little there, but not all the way. Come on, buddy. I should have just gotten the wire and terminated it at this point. Let me get a different tool. And then sometimes when you mess with it too much, it's just plastic, so you ruin the plastic, so you have to move on. Because there's no way well, you can get it out, but it's going to take forever, so I'd rather just move on to a different one. I'm not there yet, KC, but yeah, I am tired. That's why I got my little Coke over here. Wake me up a little bit, but hopefully I don't forget those freaking heat shrink. Come on. The other trick is this slides back and forth just a little bit. You probably won't even be able to see that in video. But if you slide forward, that moves the metal of the terminal a little out of the way and helps sometimes. Let's go. Told ya. Let's go, baby. Alright, where the hell does this go? Here's my other one. So it goes down here. And this is illumination. This is so that when he turns his headlights on, the radio will dim automatically. And again, the MDX doesn't have it, but the RDX does. That's like one of the little subtle differences in their harnesses. What's up, YouTube? 21 tuning in. I keep getting notifications about people joining. We're making a wiring harness for an RDX. So if you have an RDX and you have any questions about your RDX audio system, now's the time. Alright, so now all my wires are ready. On your Sony, your wires are going to be different than mine. Your reverse is going to be purple-white. Your parking brake's still going to be green. It's going to be a lighter green. But your Sony, at least this one, it's an AX3200. So you can just take your parking brake wire and connect it to ground. You don't need a parking bypass unlike your Sony. On your Sony, you don't need it. On your Pioneer, your Kenwood, your Alpine, it's highly recommended. But on Sony, you just switch these two together. We probably got, let me just check how many orders we can do. 1, 2, what is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got like 10 orders we can do, so we'll probably be here to like about 2. So getting that heat shrink ready. We're gonna cut these a little shorter because. Alright, so we'll start with the steering wheel controls. So on your RDX and your MDX, your steering wheel control leads are on this harness right here. Metro actually has this now, believe it or not, but they don't have the. No, yeah, they have. They have a similar version, I'll say, but our version, gray black goes to ground, gray goes to the steering wheel control interface, the AXWC, which on our wire harness would be gray, or gray to gray red, gray black to black. So let me just do that real quick. Again, these are your steering wheel control leads. Is to allow your steering wheel controls to work, your factory steering wheel controls to work on your aftermarket radio. That's always like a popular feature people want to retain. So we did gray to gray, gray black to black. Then we have to hook up our red to red. This is on a whole separate harness. And then our blacks hook up to our black here. So we're going to end up with 3 blacks together. It's common for this. Sometimes this throws people off when you have to bunch wires together because they assume every wire is 1 to 1. But that's not always the case. Like right now we're doing red to red, and then we'll hook up another red. So when you're wiring stuff, beware of that. Sometimes it is a 1 to 1, but there's certain wires that are always going to get twisted with other wires. Like blues are usually a good example as well. Like if your aftermarket radio harness doesn't have 2 blues, then you're always bunching your blues together. So here I have a blue white, which turns on the factory amplifier. I have a solid blue, which turns on the antenna booster to give me AM FM signal. These are both going to get their power source from the same blue white wire here on the Sony, so they're going twisted together. So again, we have 2 blues to 1 blue later on. We have 2 reds to 1 red. We got 3 blacks to 2 blacks. You'll see, like it can get confusing if this is your first time, and this is part of the reason why I'm doing these on video is so that you can follow along. Later on I'll clip these and make them available so that people can just easily pick it up, because when you buy our DIY products, we have the actual like pinout stuff, but sometimes that isn't enough to do this with ease. Like you still need a little bit more information to be able to do it as a first timer. If you've done radios before, if you've done a couple radio installs, then like the diagrams are more than enough. But if it's like your first time, the video really helps. But what's up, YouTube family? What is new this week? Alright, so now we're adding my heat shrink. Hey, let's go. We just got an order. Let's go. What is it for? Hey, someone's adding a backup camera to their TSX. Let's go. Thank you. Alright, I think that's enough heat shrink. But heat shrink's just so that when after you solder the wires, this can cover it. Because after the wires are put together, they're not supposed to touch any other wires. So this is the insulation, right? This is the actual metal conducting the signal. So you don't want different color wires to touch each other. They can cause issues or burn fuses and give you electrical problems. So the heat shrink makes sure that they can't touch. It's like adding tape, but the heat shrink is just a nicer, electrical tape I should say, it's just a nicer way. My 06 TL stock radio does not have XM, but I wonder if it's still possible to use. Really? Are you in Canada by any chance? I think, yeah, I believe Canada and Mexico vehicles, but I think Mexico, they didn't care. They just gave it to them anyways. But I'm pretty sure Canada was the only country that didn't get XM because the satellites don't reach, from my understanding. I think that was the case. Are you in Canada or are you in the US? And then also, if that's the case, you might just be able to swap to another stock radio from the USA that has XM, so you can hit the button. Because basically all we do with the XM is the module's in the car, so when you hit XM, it activates the module, and then the module communicates with the radio. But all we're doing is hijacking the audio signal that would have came from the XM module and sending our own audio signal instead. So it thinks that it's playing XM, but the audio is coming from the tablet. And we found that that was just an easy little hack to keep using the factory radio the right way, so you can use AM, FM, and the CD player and the cassette player and stuff. But I don't, even if you have XM, yeah, see, okay. So you might be good, because I think it's just the stickers that are different. I think the back of your radio looks the exact same. But since you don't have the module, it's not going to activate. So no, you're not good. So you're going to need you might need the actual module. So even if you swap to a US radio, it's not going to have it because the module's the one that activates. Ooh, this is a great question, man. Great question. All right, Rob. So, what you're going to need to do, that another stock radio is not going to work. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to pick up um, the Han USA spec, because that will activate the XM. Or if not, there is a Grom part that does it also, and your install is going to be a little different. That's a great thing. Let me write that down because I want to add that to my notes for the video. That if you're in Canada and you don't have XM, how you'll be able to activate it. Says DVD. I didn't even know the TL came with a DVD player. I mean, it is an Acura. There was a Acura accessory that, in the TSX was the same thing. That was a DVD player, so it's definitely possible. I'm not saying it's not true. I just never seen it. I'd like to see it. But I think what you're gonna need is let me make this bigger. Hold on one sec. So I'm gonna make this window bigger, and then I'll go on the internet. Alright, so Grom has this thing. God damn, that thing's not cheap anymore, bro. There used to be a little cheap one, but there's cheap ones online, but the audio quality is not going to be that good. But if you want to do it, you're going to have to... There's a cheap one, man. Yeah, but see, this is going to trigger through the XM as well, but this might work. So, you're going to need something like this. And this is the cheap one. You want the good one, which is the one Grom has or USA Spec has. They're about the same price, but this will enable. This is another like accessory that can plug into the XM port and communicate with the radio. Because the thing is, that communication, that first level communication needs to happen, so you can hit the button and then go into this. So if that DVD player in my car currently is a plan to touch. Oh, you want to restore? I mean, honestly, you might be able, it might be best to keep the Pioneer. You might have two screens. It might look dumb, but that will get you the easiest install. Otherwise, you're gonna have to spend money on one of these modules to be able to activate the factory XM audio input. Or if you have that DVD player, if you send me pictures of what that DVD player harness looks like, we might be able to hijack the audio from there. I'll put our support phone number in the chat, and then you can just put it through there. Hold on, let me get out of it. I'm in my wrong thing. How do I get to watch it? Okay. Alright, so this is our tech support number. Okay. That's our tech support number. Bro, come on, remind me tomorrow. Damn, I forgot all about my soda. But that's the tech support number. So send the pictures of the XM harness, of the DVD harness that used to go into factory radio there, and we'll see if we can do something with that harness instead of you having to buy one of these things. Or you can keep the aftermarket radio and use that. Alright, let me finish this harness, man. I've been talking too long. Alright, so we're going to hook all these up except reverse in. That's for your backup camera trigger. If you're doing an actual Sony, this will be purple white. Our wire is a little different. It's an aftermarket harness, not an OEM one. But it's OEM spec. Like, all the wires are the right size, right color. Actually, I can't say that. All the wires are the right size in terms of gauge, and they're in the correct locations, but our colors are different. For reverse, it's not purple white. But alright, now we're going to make sure we put heat shrink on all of these. Yep, we're good. And now we're going to start twisting these wires together. Yeah, no worries, man. I want to, you brought up a good point for Canadian customers. I forgot that was a whole thing with XM, and that will be a limitation. The other thing you could do is you could grab an 0708 radio and like make like a weird custom harness for it. That might be like last resort. But first things first, let's keep see that first. KC, have a good night, man. Sorry I texted you so late. But again, I didn't know I was gonna do this. I knew I had to work, but I didn't think I was gonna stream just because I was like, I just want to get everything done. But I figured as long as I stay on task, I should be able to get everything done. But have a good night, man. Thanks for always supporting. Alright, so now we twisted all our wires together. I like to just put something on this so it doesn't move on me. And then I'm going to hit each one of these with solder. I didn't turn on my soldering iron. So this is my soldering iron. Really cheap one. This is a solder I'm using. I like this brand, but the thinner version, this is too thick, so it clogs up. And then these soldering irons suck, but you gotta use what you gotta use. I didn't want to buy a real fancy one because I don't know if I should say. Yeah, I'm not gonna say. I just didn't want to buy a fancy one, so I got these cheap ones, and they work fine. There's no problems with them. You just gotta keep them clean. Yes, sir. We were just talking about it, Adrian. So if you rewind, me and Robin were talking about what's coming out for that and what some of the little caveats and stuff about it. Oh, I'm an idiot, bro. My bad, bro. My bad. I be forgetting I don't know how to stream. Thanks, Casey. Where's my solder? Yeah. So, back to what I was trying to say. This is a soldering iron I use, and it's a cheap one right off Amazon, but they do a decent job. I didn't want to get a nice one. I can't say why. And then this is the solder I use, but this solder's too thick. I don't really like it that much. I like the thinner stuff, but this does really good. You want solder that flows nicely and has, what the hell is it called? A rosin? No, it's like, it needs to have, I forget what it's called, man. Hold on, let's see if I have. I don't remember what it's called. But look, you see this stuff right here? When you touch heat to this stuff melts and it turns kind of into like oil almost. And it just helps the solder penetrate the wire. So this, let me make sure I don't drip it on anything. This solder has that built in. You'll see maybe a little orange, and I don't know if you'll see it. But it has it built in, so it helps it flow better. I've used other solder, and some of it just sucks, and it's annoying because it just clogs up. Good night, man. Oh, yo, noob things right here. Noob things. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me put on back to what I was doing, right? So this is an Acura RDX radio, and this is the harness we're working on. So sorry about that. Thanks for the heads up. Don't ever be always point that out, bro. I need to learn. Gotta get better. Yes, there we go. Flux. See, this guy's like, yo, this guy's retarded, bro. I'm watching him. He doesn't even know what flux is. Yes, sir. Flux. There's other stuff too. Like, there's people who do board repair who like really know this stuff. I'm just a redneck who has tried different solder and found the one that I like to use. But see, what I'm saying is this globs too much, so then because the thinner stuff isn't available right now, I couldn't find it. So then you get like this little ball of solder. Here, I'll show you real quick. and then it'll just fall. And if you're not careful, it'll fall on your arm. So yeah, when you buy solder, the stuff at like Home Depot or Lowe's isn't always the best stuff. So you might be like, what am I doing wrong? And it probably isn't you. It's probably just the solder doesn't have flux, and then it doesn't usually come with flux. So you are the one who has to know to go get that. And you're like, who's gonna know that unless you really research this? If you're just doing this for the first time, you expect it like to go like you see it on video. Alright, all my wires are soldered, all my heat shrink is here. I'm just gonna cover it now. And then I have my little heat gun. I'm gonna hit this with heat. Alright, so everything's soldered. I've also seen people soldering with like heat, but it's like very expensive machines that do that, or devices like this one. This is just a regular heat gun. It's just like a blow dryer pretty much. It's just to heat the It's to shrink the heat shrink. I sometimes use a lighter, but if you use a lighter, you could burn the insulation of the wire, so this works the best. Cool. So now we double tape. We first tape with electrical tape just to keep the wire harness together, and then we tape with Tesla tape to help protect the harness and to make sure it doesn't make any noise. So cut a little bit of this. This is just because, like, if I pick this up, you see this hangs off to the side. I'm just going to tape that in so that it doesn't screw me up later. Hey, let's go. We just got another order. Someone just ordered a subwoofer for, what is it? You guys, I should set it up so you guys could see, like, when orders come in. That'd be pretty cool, but we got someone ordered a subwoofer for a TSX 2009-2014 TSX. Let's go. Alright. So if you ever buy one of these harnesses from us and you want to add subs, that's a super common thing. You want to add subs. You're looking for the blue white wire or the solid blue wire on this harness, on this plug. Looking for the blue white or the solid blue wire. It's going to be behind tape. So if you want to undo the tape so that you can easily tap the wire, you're going to end. The tape's going to start here. It's going to come down. It's going to end over here. So to remove the tape, you want to take it off from here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me just do it. What do you mean in a basic Acura? You're talking about like a base model? Yeah. You'll be able to do it. I really need to finish that video, man. People are really waiting on that. I apologize, guys. Just life gets in the way of things, you know? So I started live streaming because I don't have time to film and edit videos. And right now I'm doing most of the orders. So it's just priorities, you know? People order stuff, they want their stuff shipped. They don't want to hear, hey, I'm going to delay your order 4 days because I have to film a video. They want to hear, hey, your stuff is going to ship tomorrow or in a day or 2 days. It's just the reality of the situation. Alright, here's what I was saying before. So the tape's going to end right up here, just like that. So if you want to undo the tape because you either need to access some wires or you're going to like let's say you told us it was a Sony but you ended up using a different radio, the tape is always going to end up here, so you can look for it and start removing it, and then you can get to the wires you're looking for. I leave this wire out because this is for a backup camera, so if you're going to do a backup camera you don't need to undo the tape. It's just right here ready for you to access. But here's our harness. It's ready. Again, this is for an RDX, but the MDX harness non-navigation looks the exact same way. The RDX, even if you have navigation, looks like this, but it has extra pins. Your MDX looks a little different, 2010 to 13, if you have navigation. All right, let me get this packaged up and shipped to this customer. I'm just gonna bring you guys a little bit higher up while I package this. So normally we have these nice little bags that we would throw this in and ship this to you, and then this gets sealed, and then this has like wiring information on the back and our contact information, so if you need support, everything's here. This is literally the last bag I have. I messed up ordering and ordered too late, so now I have to ship just this and to try to make up for it. To try to make up for it, we're sending people these cards. So this has at least our contact information, so if you do have a question, you can at least get that. I got an Eclipse by Fujitsu stereo deck. I have to look that up. Is that like a classic radio? What's your go-to door speaker? JBL, baby. JBL all the way. I used to be a little more conservative with that. I used to be like, nah, since we sell JBL, like, I'm not gonna try to like push JBL so hard, because it's like I'm basically telling you to buy it from me, but that's not the case at all. You don't have to buy your JBLs from us. They're like, they get like crazy. You can buy them online sometimes for what I buy them from JBL, but that's just the nature of the game. I'm not upset about that. But they are the best, easiest to install speaker on your Acura TL and most Acuras. So those are the ones I recommend. Next up would be Infinity. Next after that will have to be like a tie between Kicker and Pioneer. If you want huge, loud speakers, then be prepared to cut your door, and you could just use whatever speaker you want at that point. But best factory plug-and-play speaker would be JBL, hands down. For Sony, no navigation. You see this crazy big envelope? It's supposed to be half this size, but our people we buy boxes from, we ask for envelopes. I think it's number 2 envelopes, and somehow they sent us these, and to ship the box back it's too expensive, so we're just using them. Non-brand name speakers or non-name brain radio. Alright, we got a DIY kit, and then we got an amplifier bypass for TSX. So let me grab those two. A DIY kit for what? 04, 05, 06. Alright. But I like, how do I answer that? Because it's non-brand name. So you're talking about like cheap, like Amazon speakers, maybe? JBL has the Stage 601Cs. They're pretty cheap speakers. They do alright. If not, Amazon has like weird Chinese brands that will hit, man. I don't know them, like all of them. I know Rockville, but I don't think Rockville's like plain Chinese anymore. I think they actually are sold in the US. But Rockville sometimes has good stuff. Scar has good stuff. There's other brands. It's just JBL is like the easiest to access, and like everyone has access to JBL speakers, and they're easy to install. But there are other ton of great brands. There's a bunch of stuff on Amazon that does suck. But there's also stuff on Amazon that will perform real well. Alright, so here's a DIY kit, dash kit from Metro. This is the revived dash kit, revised dash kit, so that the gap at the bottom is a little better. And then our 2 wiring harnesses, 0406, and then regular power, and then for your subwoofer, and then keep your navigation if you have navigation. And then again, we don't have our nice bag, so I have to throw it in a regular bag and throw a card in here. You see this big stack of boxes right here? These are all subs that are waiting to ship. So there's about 6 subs that all that I need are the actual subs, the brackets, the harness, everything's in there. They were supposed to come today. UPS sometimes gets delayed, so they're coming tomorrow. And then we just got an order for like 3 subs today. So I think all the subs we're about to get, there's probably gonna be 4 left after all the orders come through, because there's those. Then there's 3 in the queue. How many subs are we getting? No, there should be a few left. There should be a few left. Sorry about the tape noise, guys. I just like my boxes well taped, and that's just the noise tape makes. But I know it can be irritating because, like, it gets the dogs sometimes. The dogs will be laying in here, and then they'll get pissed off ripping the tape. It's like, what do you want me to do? This is just the way tape sounds. Okay, man. Have a good night. I don't know when that message came in. I must have missed it. But take care, and thanks for watching. I know I'm streaming late. I don't expect a lot of people to stay up and watch me, but you got to start somewhere. And then the more mistakes I make while less people are watching, the less mistakes I'll make when more people are watching. That was an easy 1, 2, 3 ship. Just get the stuff together. We got another one of those. We got an amp bypass. So if you have an Acura TSX, into the seat, 2004 to 2008 Acura TSX, this is the connector for all your speaker wires. So in here you have your tweeters, and your woofers. So you have 2 sets of whites, 2 sets of grays, because one's for the tweeter, one's for the woofer, one's for the tweeter, one's for the woofer. When I say woofer, I'm talking about the door speaker, and then the tweeter and the dash. And you see we have 2 sets of purples and 2 sets of greens, and that's for the rear door speakers and the rear deck speakers. And then you have power, ground, and accessories. So you could use this to run your own little amp. This is what we use for the 4-channel amp. And then this is the audio signal out of the factory radio. So if you're going to keep the factory radio running an aftermarket amp or something, then you'll use this harness as well. Normally these are packaged together, but because we don't have our packaging, they're still separate. But I always send them together. You can't buy them separate because normally they're already packaged together. So like cost and shipping and inventory, they're put together for all that. So they're not going to separate them. You know, this is how they're sold. Yeah, so my name is Orlando. I know no one has asked, but that's why I put my name down here, because a lot of people think my name's Max. So, Mobile Max Car Audio, the name just came to be. It's not because my name's Max. A lot of people did think that. Like, people will call me and be like, "Hey, Max," and I just let it go because, I mean, it would make sense that my name would be Max and I would call my store that, but no, my name's Orlando, and yeah, my name's not Max. I don't really care if you call me Max or not, or if you call, like, how do I say this? Like, if you call me Max, I'm still gonna help you. If you call me Orlando, I'm still gonna help you either way. But my actual name is Orlando. Alright, we're shipping this out. Okay, what else? What else is an easy ship? Anything else? That's a sub. Don't want to do that yet. Harness. That's a bigger order. Alright, we can ship this. 2015 Acura TLX. Oh, look, that's so funny. I was just saying, my name's Orlando, and this order is going to Orlando, Florida, and I'm Orlando in Florida. Ha. Alright, so we need a sub bracket. I don't remember if I've shown this on stream or not. Let me get the one that I can show you. Alright, so this is the aluminum metal bracket. No, I did show this on stream. But this is what it looks like. It's black. These are the screws for it. And they screw right in. If you're going to do a lot of power... Why is it not going in? Bruh. So dumb. If you're going to do a lot of power to your sub, then you want the metal bracket so that it doesn't flex like the plastic one does. And then these are the screws for it. Pretty solid bracket, a little bit more expensive than the plastic one, but if you're going to go with a big sub and you really want the slimmest profile so that the rear deck fits on no problem, the metal bracket's the one you want. Also, this can fit a SCAR sub or a kicker sub. We have a whole video showing how it works and stuff. I'll give you 9 screws. There are 8 holes. We're giving you. I always ship 9 screws because it's very easy to lose a screw or to cross thread a screw. So that extra screw will save your butt in that instance. So I try to ship an extra screw with all of these. Alright, then we need a harness. And then we need some foam. Got my foam ready. Nah, that comes in just plastic, man. We don't sell enough of those, so we tried to get all of them made in metal. But you know what? 2002 Acura TL. Hold on, I'm gonna give you a little experiment. So, this is the bracket for the 99 TL to 03. I don't have one to test on, so I can't confirm this for you. But if you want, you can buy this and return it if it doesn't fit. But it should fit. Like if I overlap them, it looks like my holes line up. It looks like you should be good. The only thing is there might be like some air gaps here you might have to fill, because this is a little thicker than this, and obviously this is bigger than this, but because you know, like there's meat here and here. But if you want to try that, it should work. But we don't have one dedicated for this. As you can see, this is the only one we have right currently. Alright, so you got this bracket and then a wire harness, no LLC. Yeah, man, definitely. You can return it, like I'm saying it here on video, so don't worry. Even if you use it, we'll take it back. I'd like to know. And how about this? If you buy it and then use it and it works, and you take pictures in a video and send it back to us, I'll credit you your money back or give you your money back, because that'll be really beneficial to us and the Acura community. We can let them know that that'll work, but we need actual video and picture proof. And if it doesn't work, you can send it back to us and you'll get your money back. So I think it's a win-win for you either way if you want to try it. Okay, so this is the other thing the guy ordered. So this is the T-harness. We have a video going over this as well. Basically, this captures the signal coming out of your factory speakers and gives it to you via this 4-pin Molex connector. Then you can plug this into a kicker key, or we have a line-out converter product that matches up with this. There's a whole video on YouTube for this, but this is what this guy ordered. So he got this harness and then the metal subwoofer bracket and the T harness for it. I wonder what his plan is, because like, why T harness off and then upgrade the sub? But I don't know. You can't, like, I've learned not to question customers, just send them their stuff, because sometimes they get mad. All this stuff in the bag. Yeah, sorry guys, I keep going off screen, but obviously I have to grab the stuff. But if you have a question, feel free to put it in the chat and I'll answer it. If you're just sticking around watching me pack stuff and do harnesses and stuff, I really appreciate you, man. Figured I'd start doing this to try to answer some of the questions in the YouTube comments and like in YouTube in general. So feel free to ask away. this one's ready. Where's this one going to? This one's going to New Jersey, Morristown, New Jersey. How fast is it gonna get there? This is an 888. No signatures, less than $100. So it's saying 3 days, 3 business days. So today's Wednesday. So maybe this person will have it by Saturday. Let's hope, fingers crossed, they get their stuff by Saturday. But worst case scenario, it's gonna be Monday. Oh, those 2 other orders just hit. What was this? This was the camera. All right, let me do that next. Alright, so now we have someone with a 2007, well, it's a 06, 07, or 08 Acura TSX, and they have navigation. So if you have navigation 07, 08 TSX, there's this port on the back of your navigation system that doesn't have any connector in it. And this is the connector that goes in there. If you plug this in, you connect this to ground, it will take an RCA signal in. So you can feed it a camera, you can feed it video, whatever you want to do. You can trick your navigation into thinking you're in reverse. Well, you won't trick it. When you're in reverse, your navigation will switch and show whatever video you show through here, as long as this is grounded. And then this red wire is your what do you call it, like your power source, but it only has 8 volts. So this little harness right here will allow you to add a backup camera, and that's what he got. So he also got a backup camera. And the cool thing about this backup camera is that it doesn't require any drilling or stuff. It mounts in your license plate light. So this is what it looks like. This is 800 TVL. So it's a little different than what you will see on Amazon. It's just a little bit higher resolution. And then the wire that you have to run. So you'll run this from the back to the navigation drive, which isn't that far. It's in the trunk as well. So it doesn't take that much to install. But the wire is more than long enough, and then you have all your connectors here and stuff. I want to say that whole project, if you've never done it before, will take maybe about 2 hours. If you've done a backup camera before, or if you messed with your car before in general, I think it should take about an hour. But let's get this packed up and shipped out. Oh no, I think I forgot a card in someone's order. Alright, cool. This is ready to ship. Where's this going? This is going to California. So this is going to take like 5 business days. I'm going to see if I can upgrade this guy's shipping. If it's not too expensive. How much does this weigh? So it all comes down obviously to size of the box and then the weight. So this is right at 10 ounces. And this is a 555. No signature required. So 5-day delivery is $7. He paid $12. What is 2-day delivery or priority mail? Priority mail is $12.87. Okay, we covered it, guy. $12.87. So this guy chose shipping that's between 4 to 7 business days. He paid $12.99. Sometimes, depending where you are in California or further away, we can, like, the rate between ground and priority mail is, how do I explain it? Like, you ultimately overpaid a little bit on shipping, like $3 or $4. So then we upgrade your shipping to the next level if it's within range. So like let's say, for example, he paid $12 for shipping. UPS ground shipping was 7 something. So then we'll take $5 from that guy. So instead of taking the $5 from him, we then upgrade his shipping to priority mail, which is $12.87, and he paid $12.99. So we made 10 cents. Well, we lost money because the box costs like 48 cents, 49 cents, and then the tape, the whatever, man, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. We're always trying to help your customers out. That's what I'm saying. Alright. What is next here? 5-channel amp. For Kenwood, that guy did answer, so I could do that next. What else? Sub, that's gonna wait. This is a harness for a boss. Another harness. This is for a base model. Complete kit for a dual. Alright, we can do this one real quick. So this has spacers and bypass tweeter harnesses. So we got spacers, tweeters, and bypass. I'm gonna bring you guys up a little bit because I'm gonna be standing right now. So, 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8 Acura tail amp bypass. This is the plug for the amp. You get 18 feet of wire, and then these are RCAs from factory radio. Most of the time, people aren't using these because they're not getting the audio from the factory radio. They're just using this. They do ship together. And then we need the accessories for these, so all the screws, nuts, and bolts and stuff. Once I can answer your question in a second. For the TL speakers, the spacers, this is what you get. So you get these little black inserts. You get 6 of them. You get a 1-inch number 10 screw for the insert, and then a 1/2-inch number 8 screw, and then harnesses. And this is the hardware to mount this to the door, and then mount the speaker to the spacer, and then the harness, so you don't have to cut any wires. And then the last thing that's missing is the foam. So you add the foam to the back part of the ring just to help reduce any rattle that can possibly come about. '07 TSX, what are some speaker tweeter for the stock amp? So my suggestion to you is going to be JBL speakers. It's up to you which model or which level. So JBL has 3 levels that are easily accessible to consumers. You have Stage, which is what we sell, so JBL Stage. Then you have Club, then you have Stadium. Stadium's going to be top of the line, and speaker's going to be like 400, 500 bucks. Club's going to be around 250. Stage is going to be in the $100 to $150 mark. Let me show you the stages, one second. So that's these right here, JBL Stage. They come with the woofer, the tweeter, and the crossover. You buy them from us, they're going to come with the tweeter harnesses and the adapter brackets and the harnesses and stuff. So it'll make installation plug and play. Those come with tweeter cups, but you won't use this. You'll mount this in the door, you'll mount this in the dash. And these are solid speakers. On your stock amplifier, these are going to sound great. I would say it's between these or the Infinities. People like the Pioneers too. The Pioneers do a good job. It's just the tweeter's harder to install in your car. Here, I'll show you them one second. Actually, I can't show them to you. I don't have any in stock. I thought we had one last one, but we sold it. But yeah, it's between JBL or Pioneer. I would go JBL. Alright guys, so this guy has a 2004 Acura TL. He's replacing the front speakers. I don't know what speakers he's using. He got the tweeter harnesses, but not the tweeter cups. So I assume they're not JBL or Infinity. I assume there's some other brand speaker. And then I can tell he's not keeping the factory stereo or installing another amp because he's picking up these 2 harnesses. So this is to replace your factory amp. So this guy's got a little bit of a system going. We'll see. Hopefully he posts about it and we can figure out what he actually has. Again, guys, I apologize about the noise of the tape. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah, man, those Infinities, they do a good job with those speakers. So JBL and Infinity are owned by the same master company, which is Harman. I think now Harman's owned by Samsung, so there has been some changes in some quality, but they still make exceptional speakers. And like something that people don't realize about JBL is like they are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, speaker manufacturer in the world. They make so many different speakers. They make speakers for arenas, movie theaters, etc. So they know how to make a good, inexpensive speaker that gets loud and sounds good. And I think in your Acura, I know they're not the solution to every car, but in your Acura, it makes sense to either go with JBL or Infinity because of the ease of install and how good they sound. You're not cutting the door. With our stuff, you're not like cutting wires and stuff. So that's why I recommend JBL and Infinity. But again, Pioneer will sound good. Kicker will sound good. Scar has decent speakers as well. There are other brands that have decent speakers. It's just the ease of installation that really gets you. Is like, or do you want to sit there and measure and cut metal and then make sure that the door panel's not hitting the speaker, or figuring out which spacer to use? Like, it can get really involved really fast, and it'll ruin your Saturday if you just want to throw some big magnet speakers in there. You throw them in there, the next thing you know, the magnet's hitting the window, so then you have to add some sort of spacer. But now the speaker's hitting the door panel, so you have to like cut this. Like, it sucks. So yeah, that's why JBL and Infinity all the way. All right, Angel, did you just put a order in? My man. Oh, what? My man Angel, you right in Florida too? We should meet up and do the video on that, man. You're kind of far, but I mean, you can make it happen. Let me pack that right now. 1 second. Let me get this guy's order out of the way. 3 pounds? No way. What this way? What this way? My little crack scale over here. 42 ounces, so 2 pounds will be 36. 42 will be 12 over, so 212, baby. Where's this guy? Oh, this guy just bought today. Another guy in California, so let's see. This is 2 pounds. This is an 886. And it's saying 5 days UPS ground, but it's already at $11. If I go priority mail, it's $16.20. See, I can't do that. We can't. I'm paying you to ship your stuff. It doesn't make sense. So this guy is getting the speed that he chose, and we always tell you what it's actually going to take. It's just if we can upgrade you, we will. But most of the time, it doesn't happen because of the cost of shipping. Especially he's in Santa Cruz, so it must just be further out and more expensive to ship there. But we're shipping this. He just ordered like 4 hours ago, so his stuff's going out early, so he should have it more in time. Oh, word. On the rear deck, the 690 two-way or three-way speaker. Marlon, it's gonna depend on if you have the factory amp. So if you're sticking with the factory amp, then two-way is more than enough because it's only gonna play the woofer. It's not even gonna play the tweeter. If you go with our plug-and-play amp or another amp, then you do want a three-way so that it can separate those frequencies out and give you better sound. But on the factory amp, two-way is more than enough. Alright. Let me reload this page. Come on, hurry up. Alright, Angel. So, like I said, the metal bracket will go back to you. Oh, you ordered both? So you want me to ship both? You want me to ship the plastic and the metal one then? Just in case the plastic one doesn't work? I mean, just in case the metal one doesn't work. Let me get your spacers together. One sec. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you can see, but these two guys, 70-pounders right here, wouldn't go to sleep because I wouldn't go to bed, so they're gonna have to chill with us for now. Just get their bed out. Bacon, lay down. Oh yeah. Sorry about that loud ringing. The dogs weren't letting my wife sleep and the baby sleep. When I don't go to bed, they like start to wonder where I am, and then eventually they start scratching the door. Alright, so I was doing your order. Alright, let me get the bracket. Alright, what Angel, what sub do you plan to put on this? Because like kickers are gonna line up no problem, or 8 holes will line up.
Gar, 4 holes will line up. What's up, buddy? Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Come here, buddy. Come here. Yes. I love you, buddy. Go ahead. Oh my god. Why are you so strong? I love you, buddy. You need to go to sleep, though. You're stinky. Go lay down. Alright, cool. All kickers works for you. Kicker sub, right? So I'm just gonna prep the wire for you then. Oh wait, no, it's a 99 TL. So you're gonna have to do the wiring yourself, but it's pretty straightforward. But once you get there, if you have a question, just feel free to text me. I'll help you through it, because like it doesn't have this connector. Your 99 has like this 2 spade terminals that lead to like this 4-pin connector, but you can reuse it. So that's my suggestion. You'll see once you're gonna pull the sub, you'll see the spade terminals I'm talking about, and then you can unplug the connector and reuse it on your new sub. It's not gonna come with one of these, but don't worry, your door spacers will. Alright, so then I need to get you foam. Alright, Angel, the only thing, that bracket I showed you earlier is like a really rough print, so I'm not going to send you that, obviously. I'm going to print one now. It takes about 9 hours, so your order will, I'll get you a tracking number, I'll ship it, I'll pack most of it, but that other bracket is going to go out with your order as well, but it won't ship till tomorrow afternoon. It shouldn't matter, it's midnight, so either way it won't ship till tomorrow. But I'm going to get you a tracking number, but in case that print messes up, it might delay your order a day. I don't think it will. The machine's pretty good, but I am printing a new one. Alright, sorry about that long disappearance, but I have to get these ready. And then also, Angel, you don't have tweeters. So you don't need tweeter harnesses, you don't need tweeter mounts. You can install your own tweeters if you want, but you don't have factory tweeters. Also, these black inserts that are in here, these are just in case of emergency. You won't use them in your 99. It already has a white grommet there that you can use. So just keep that in mind. That's for emergencies. You will use all the screws. Put this back.
And then we cut these foam inserts.
Bacon, go lay down, Bacon.
Whoop, I lost that.
Alright, and then again, Angel, these go on the back side. You just peel this. It has like a little sticker. So you peel that off, and then you just stick this on. And then it goes against the metal of the door panel. It's just to reduce any rattle.
You just cut these edges flat so you don't have an issue. Alright, that looks good.
Okay. Yeah, you can put them wherever. You just, it's gonna be easiest to put them in the door because there'll be wire there that like you can just tap this wire. At each kick panel, before the wire goes into the door, you can grab the wire there, but you're gonna have to like get real creative with your wire taps because it's gonna real limited space. But you could tap there in each kick panel. There's like a connector, and then it goes into the door, so you can tap there as well. But tapping at the actual, putting the tweeter on the door panel will probably be your easiest to do. You guys have an HD transmitter kit for the stock radio, or was that never a thing for? Sorry, I missed that, Minecraft. And HD transmitter for the stock radio. Can you clarify? Do you mean a blue, like you want to get HD audio out of the factory radio? Like, is there a device that will help you do that? There's a device that will stream Bluetooth. What's wrong, buddy? Come here, buddy. Come here. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Come here. You want more attention? Go ahead. Come on. God, so strong. Love you, buddy. You need to go to sleep. You need to go to sleep. Go lay down. Yes, this is a good boy. Alright, go lay down. Go lay down, please. Alright, cool. So we got the 4 spacers. 2 harnesses, so that's your 2. Then we got the bracket, metal bracket, plastic black bracket is printing. Screws. Alright, let me get the screws together for the plastic bracket just in case. Alright, cool. So alright, Angel, these long screws are for the plastic bracket. The little ones are for the metal bracket. Just in case you do need these to actually complete your install. The good thing about the TL sub or the 9903 is that just that cover comes off and then you're all set. Bacon, buddy, I gave you attention, buddy. What do you need? You need to go outside? You need to go outside? Okay, alright. Like how what? Someone please remind me to go get my dog. He's outside, and I will forget about him. To stream HD audio. So you keep using the word HD. So we need to like come to an agreement on definition. So there's like high bit rate audio, so like you have to enable on your iPhone, and it can only be, via USB. Then there's like higher quality streaming audio, which is less compressed, which Bluetooth audio. So which one are we talking about? We're talking about like true like arena type quality through USB, or just less compressed audio through Bluetooth? Less compressed audio. Okay, so then so on the stock radio it's going to be tricky. So USA spec, the USA, like United States of America spec, has the Han H45. Yeah, let me just show you because it's easier to show you than to just talk at you. So let me make this bigger, and then let me show you. USA spec. So you need to know if you have navigation or you don't have navigation for which one you're going to use. I don't remember which one you said you had. You said the factory radio. But this is what you're looking for. I'm trying to see if it says what version of Bluetooth it uses. Blue A2DP 1.4 higher. Yeah, it doesn't really give you information on what kind of Bluetooth streaming quality you get, but this is the one that people like use, and it's very popular. It's been around for a while. I used to use it in my Honda Accord before I changed the radio. It also does Bluetooth calls, so this is probably what you're looking for. It's either the Han 3 or if you have navigation, then it's the BT45 ACU. They both work the same. You can plug them in the front of the car, behind the radio, or in the back at the XM tuner, and they'll do Bluetooth streaming. As you can see in the owner's manual, though, I didn't see any information about the actual like specifications of Bluetooth streaming. It also does USB playback, but I don't think it does USB playback via phone. You're gonna have to call USA spec and get more information. Yeah, it doesn't get like nitty-gritty technical information in here. Marlon, how do you think it sounds compared to like the factory CD or like a really good radio station? Do you feel like it's on par, it's the same, less? Okay. Angel, I'm shipping your order. There's no way this weighs 4 pounds. Actually, it might weigh 4 pounds. You're in Ocala, so I'm gonna ship this UPS ground because it will get to you in 1 day. So hopefully it ships tomorrow, as long as that bracket comes out fine. Oh my God! One sec, this dog. All right, back to what I was saying. So I'm gonna ship a UPS ground because it'll just be 1 business day, and hopefully I can get it out tomorrow, and then you'll have it Friday. No, today's Wednesday, so it'll go out tomorrow, today in the morning, so you'll have it Thursday. Is what I should say. No signature required. UPS ground. Yeah, so you paid $6.99. UPS ground is $7.56. It's close enough. I'll just do it for now, just because that video will be really helpful. And then print. Alright, you should have gotten a text message, and you should have gotten an email. The text message will have the tracking information. The email will also have the tracking information. If you didn't get the email, it went to junk, but the tracking number will be in the text as well. So here are the amp brackets for the Acura TSX. So people ask if we sell these separately, and we don't. Why did these come out like this? These might not be any good. This filament might not be any good. Might have too much moisture in it. Damn it, man. We'll see. But yeah, we don't sell these without the amp because they take a while to print. And we can't have these running all the time because we only have one printer that makes these. Well, there's 2 printers, but only one makes them in decent condition. So we don't sell just the brackets. They only come with the amp because we can only make so many. And if we try to keep up with the demand for just the bracket, we'll never have any available for our amps. Just looks rough, man. Let's see this one. They're coming out clean. Surfaces look alright, but it's really gonna come down to strength. So these need to be able to fold a little and give a little when you're going to install. But when I did that, I felt something almost break. Hold on, let me see if anything did break. No. Yeah, see, what gets weak is here. These parts, sometimes when it's bad print quality, will be easy to break, but so far they're holding. Let me slide this in there. This one slide in. Was I doing the wrong side? No, that was the right side. So these have like a locking tab. And yep, see that just broke when I went to lock it in. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I went to slide that in, and this broke right here. You can barely see it. It's barely broken, but this is no good. Because when you go to mount this, you try to secure it, it might break further, and you're just going to have a lousy time. And then you need the matching set, because we're not just going to have a left and a right. Yeah, this is also no good. This side looks a little cleaner, but we'll see if they actually snap in place together or not. I need to stop doing that, man. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But here we're going through it again. So this is the brackets for the TSX amp, and we don't sell just the bracket. And a lot of people, like, not that they get upset, but they're like, why won't you sell us just the bracket? Is because they're a very intricate print, and they take, I think it's like 8 hours or 9 hours for two. So if we try to sell just a bracket, we won't be able to keep up with demand. And the printer that prints this is pretty expensive, so we can't just buy another one. But look at this. Look how terrible this came out. And this one came out okay. And then the ones I threw in the trash, I threw in the trash because they broke. So this one, it's a snapping mechanism that locks these two pieces in place. And this doesn't even want to go in. I could probably fix this, but jamming it like that is not going to when someone goes to mount this could easily break if I have to jam it in like this. And this one actually broke, and where they like to break is right there. You see how it's separated? Oh, yep. So that's going to happen during install. Someone goes to install this, that's going to come off, and then there's nothing to hold the amp, and they're going to be very upset. I find this happens when we're like at the end of the filament roll and it's been sitting out, and it just doesn't come out in good quality. But as you can see, like, they do need to have some flex. This is good, but this part should be rigid and it shouldn't break. And you can see this one's coming apart too. So it's gotta be, this has to get redesigned a little bit to have a better, like, when it prints good, they're solid. But lately, I guess because it's getting a little warmer, I don't know what it is, honestly. Sometimes the printer just acts finicky. Sometimes you need to replace some parts. I really have to look in it and see, but this is no good. All these brackets are no good. They look clean, but the little intricacies that need to snap in together and hold well are not, they're not there right now. So I don't have time to mess with this. I'm gonna reprint. Well, I'm gonna change the filament, reprint, and see how it goes, but I'll do that in a little bit. He said it sound like a new car Bluetooth setup. I don't get no stab and playing music. So there you go, Minecraft Dave. Actually, don't. Yeah, Minecraft David. Marlon said it sounds good, and that's usually what people say. Again, I used to run it in my Honda Accord, and it worked fine. So you can use that. It's a little pricey. If you go on the Facebook groups for Acura TL, there's people selling them all the time, so you can find one like half off. But they're available all online, or you can just buy it new. I think I'm going to do these 2 5-channel amps and then call it a night, because the other stuff I have to hit customers up for. So I'm not going to text someone. So normally when we need information from you, we'll send you a text, but I can't text someone at 1 in the morning. So even though I have the ability to do their harness right now, I can't do it right now, because what would you do if a company texted you at 2 in the morning asking for info? Wouldn't you be like, yo, you couldn't wait till the morning? 2010. Okay. We talked about that. What's this? Sub and that. What's this? What did this guy say what it was? Mark. Nope. I have to hit this guy up. What is this? I have to hit this guy up. Oh, this guy answered, but I messed up and didn't answer on time. That guy have to hit up tomorrow morning. This is a sub. Yep, TSX sub. Alright, so let's do these 5-channel amps then. Okay, yeah, give it a try, man. Most people like it. I think they'll be happy. Yeah, man. Fingers crossed this weekend. We have family visiting this week. I'm hoping that I just get to get away at night like I am right now and just get it done. But I still need to film, like, I'm not sure. I gotta look at my script. I'm like halfway through my script, but the heaviest part of filming is at like middle of the way. So, fingers crossed. All right, let's get this 5-channel done. Alright guys, so we don't have any 5-channel amps in stock. They will be here tomorrow, but we do have the wiring harnesses, so we can go ahead, and make the harnesses. These are the connectors with no terminals. This is what the factory amplifier has. This is where all the speakers, power, everything comes from. Then we have these harnesses, which are the other side. So let me just take one out of the bag and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So right here, one side of your amp, other side of your amp. We're gonna make the harnesses right now. It's gonna come down to these terminals right here. So these are my big terminals for power. These are my little terminals for all my speaker wires. And let's get started. What do you mean connecting issue? Oh, like when you hook up to the Han 45, it then like stutters or doesn't connect all the time or disconnects. I've talked about this before. We don't send the RCAs anymore, and it's just because this will confuse people and it sometimes generates noise. So instead of the RCAs, this harness plugs into your amp. You can see they're the same harness. This harness plugs into your car, and that eliminates the need for RCAs. They tend to generate noise, and sometimes they come loose and ring, or if not, when people are plugging them up, they switch them up, and then they get weird audio issues. So that took care of that. Now we just need to terminate these wires real quick. Oh, okay, so I can't say this for sure, but when it comes to Bluetooth, there are different versions, and the newer devices don't like older chips. So I can probably tell you that the device that they're using on that Han 45 piece, probably using a Bluetooth chip that was made in like 2008, and it probably is old, and it's using an older version of Bluetooth, which your phone does not like. So what you're going to need to do is go into your settings, and there should be a setting under Bluetooth for like older versions of Bluetooth, or for you to manually switch. You might be on like 5.0, you could switch down to 4.2 or 4.6, and you'll have better results that way. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're stuck with the newest version of Bluetooth, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like most iPhones, I think whatever version of Bluetooth they have is what you have to use. On your Android phone, you can tell it to use a different version, so that might be able to help you. You're going to have to look specifically for your phone how to change it, and it may be behind some developer menus. So I remember back in the day, Android phones, you had to like go into developer options and then like tap the build number a bunch of times, and then it will give you an animation and then open up more menus. So you might have to look that up for your phone, but hopefully that's will help you take care of that issue. Right, guys, so the 5-channel amp, these are the terminals. Where the fuck did that go? And then we need our crimpers. This is our big trusty dandy crimper, and then we need our green crimper. And I'll show you the whole crimping process. Let me just start with the, and actually the yellow crimper is more enough. So when you go to crimp wires with a crimper like this terminal has, trying to get it to focus for you, 2 rows of metal. This isn't helping with the focus. Let me get my, okay, so you have the big row and then the little row. Insulation goes on this big row, wire goes on this little row, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So for the best crimp, you want it to look like that. I know my finger's holding it, let me get out of the way. So you get some insulation, you get some wire. That's a good solid crimp. And in order to do that, you need to load this properly and look at where the ridge is. So there's a ridge here that separates like the big curve and the little curve. You need to make sure it's on the right point so you get the right crimp, and then you just feed your wire in from the front. It should slide in smoothly. Once you see it on the other end, you're good to crimp. And I don't like this crimp at all. I'm going to redo this. I think I'm right on the edge. So you can see I have insulation and I have wire, but it's not a good crimp. And I'm going to redo it and I'll show you what a good crimp looks like. This is an okay crimp. This isn't terrible. But a good crimp would have gotten a little bit more of the insulation in a better way. Let me reload this. Okay. Let's stick this further down. I think that's good now. This is a little better. It's satisfactory, and you'll maybe see the difference or not. On that first ring, right bottom here, you'll see that the insulation goes a little past it, and that's what you want. And the reason for that is so that if there's any ever tension on this, some guy's pulling this for some reason, it doesn't come free. And then the actual connection is made between the metal of the wire and the terminal right up here, and it's nicely insulated in there. And now this, I would say this is a good crimp. Now I need to do another 8, 9, 10 of them, 9 of them, 10, 8, 9, 10, yeah, 10. Oh, your factory Bluetooth in any Acura before 2010? 10? Yeah, before 2009, any Acura, the Bluetooth is just for calling. There's no audio streaming, so you're never going to get it to connect for audio. You only connect for Bluetooth. You have to go through the menu, and it sucks. The HFL in every Acura before, I would say even the newer ones, but before like 2013, they're all a mess. I don't recommend using them. But that's why your issue, because that thing sucks and it only does calling. Alright, so solid crimp. What happened to me there? thing is on. Oh, damn, that sucks. Yeah, as I continue to stream, I'll get better equipment, but now we gotta do what we got. Just know I care about the quality of the crimp that I'm giving you. I don't want to give you a problem or have an issue with your installation because of a lousy crimp, or maybe your wire gets tugged the wrong way by accident and now the speaker's not working. That won't happen because these are gonna be as tight as can be. That's a really good crimp right there. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I'm working way too slow, man. It's almost 2. I should be like wrapping these up right about. I should be to the point where I'm zip tying these right now. I haven't even gotten one done. I'll speed it up. Alright, cool, solid crimps. Let's move on. Alright, chat, comment what Acura you have. Comment down what Acura you have, chat. Or if you have a Honda, I want to know about it too. But if you don't have an Acura or a Honda, I don't know what you're doing here, but I want to know what car you have also. I'm going to say most people in this chat have a 3rd generation Acura TL. And then I would say the next are going to be, yeah, I would say it's between TSX and MDX. I'm going to say TSX. I'm going to say most people are going to have a Acura TL 3rd gen. And then the next are going to be a split up between a TSX and an MDX. But I want to know. Where's my master, baby? So here's the master we follow for the amps. This has all the wires in the right positions. They're just cut off. I have like actual documentation and a diagram that shows where each one goes. But it's just so much easier to just follow this real quick than to look at the paper and like go, oh, it's A7. Oh, it's A3. A3 to B1. Like, I just look, gray wire on the top left. Gray wire on the top left. Then after that goes white wire. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna let you hear this. This is so satisfactory. Bam. And that's how you know you have a good crimp and that the terminal is seated correctly, because you'll hear that click. So it goes front right, front left, rear right, rear left. Those are all positive. It goes rear left negative for some odd reason across the top. Then this is rear front right. Come on, where is it? Front right negative, front left negative, rear right negative. Then subwoofer positive, subwoofer negative. Then we have these 2 big spots right here, which are power and ground, and then you have 2 little spots, and these are for your center channel, but these are 5-channel amps, so they won't have a center channel out. You just have front left, front right, rear right, rear left, and sub. So these last 2 holes are left empty, but I'm going to put power and ground in here right now. No, I don't think you're an odd one out. I want to say 3 GTL owners will tell you they have a 3 GTL and like, and be like, look, 3 GTL, look, 3 GTL. But your second generation Acura TL owners are more like laid back and like they're like, yeah, I have an Acura TL. So I think there's more people than you think. There might even be other ones in this chat, but they just aren't really gonna come out and say it. Oh, this chair's hurting my ass, man. Alright, so these terminals are bigger because they need to hold bigger wire, and you need to crimp them with a different part of the crimper. So the crimper has like multiple slots. This one goes in the biggest one. Alright, cool. So you load it in the biggest one. You slide your wire in. Come on. All the way. You crimp down. Now you get a really good crimp on the actual metal strands or the strands of wire. Hold on. We actually got 3 that were lost, so we want to cut those. So you get a nice crimp on that, but you don't get the best crimp on the insulation. So that's where our second crimper comes in, and this just crimps the insulation a little bit better, so you have a little bit more secure, and that looks a lot cleaner. And now this is ready to go. Now let's do the red. Hey, let's go. Just got another order, baby. We are blessed. God is blessing us right now. Alright, let me sit my ass back now. Blessed. Alright, cool. So then this is crimped. So now black and red are crimped good. They have nice solid crimps. And then red goes next to purple. This one, the click is a little less audible. Okay. Oh no, you should have been able to hear that. And then black to black. Blackie, go lay down. Bacon took your... Oh, Bacon. Bacon, why'd you take Blackie's bed? Alright, and then that's it. So these are all the connections for your 5-channel amp right here. This blue wire is what's going to get hooked up to here, and then we have to zip tie this all. I'll show you at the end, but this is as far as I like to prep this before I move to the next step. He's moving. He's moving. Oh, he's not moving. Bacon, you gotta move, buddy. You took Blackie's bed. He was laying down already. There you go, Blackie. You move. Yeah, so the TSX always takes after the Civic, I feel like. Like, it's like a fancy Civic. And at least that's, like, the engine's bigger, but the interior's similar. Some of the actual engine, like, component, I think the alternators are the same. These guys are ridiculous. It's 2 in the morning. Look what they're doing. I need to go to sleep. Left the camera too high up. Alright, cool. Alright, so I cut all these down. Now I need to terminate these. How many 5 channels I have? I have that one, and then the one that got ordered. So I only need to do 2. The other one's a TSX now. Alright, cool. so time to re-terminate these. Good crimp. Yes, let's go. Good crimp. Use it. What's good with you, buddy? You need to go to sleep too. I don't know why you wilding right now. You need to go to sleep. Don't start with that. Don't start with that. Bacon didn't take your bed. Go lay down. He's like a child. Once he he should be asleep, and he's not sleeping, so he's gonna start acting out because he wants to lay down and go to bed, and then he'll start barking at me to go to bed. Meanwhile, he could have stayed in the room asleep himself. So ridiculous. Can y'all? Hey! You're gonna wake up people who are sleeping. Stop! Go lay down, both of you. What did I say? Come on, bro. You're doing too much right now. Go lay down, Blackie. They can leave him. Don't start. I see y'all about to start. Blackie, lay down, Blackie. Bacon, stop trying to show off. Bacon. What does Blackie do that? No, it's me. Oh my god. Y'all are ridiculous, bro. It's 2 a.m. Go to sleep. Oh my god. Bacon. Stop doing that, Bacon. Stop. No, don't try to act like the victim. I love you, buddy. You need to go lay down, though. I'm not eating. I don't have food, buddy. Nah, don't you start complaining. What are you complaining about? Alright, cool. So I crimped all these. All these have a solid crimp. Let me bring the camera up a little bit. A little bit more. Alright, cool. So I crimped all these. All these have a solid crimp. Now I can start to slide them into my... What, bacon? What? What is it, buddy? What is it? What is it? Go ahead, come. Go ahead. What is it, guys? What's up, Black? You want to go to sleep, don't you? Alright, let me finish this and then we can go to bed. Alright? Let me finish this, then we'll go to sleep. one. We need gray. This is great. Yeah, my dogs are the boss of me, man. They they just, if I don't go lay down with them, then they're gonna keep being rowdy. And normally, if they don't listen to me, I just put them outside, let them reset, let them do their thing. But I can't put them outside right now because they're gonna make too much noise, and then they're gonna wake the baby and my wife up. And then in here, they're making too much noise, and we're like close to the bedroom, so they could still wake her up from here. I'm trying to think what else I can do. Yeah, I don't want to give them treats right now because they need to go to sleep. I don't want to have something that's going to just hype them up and keep them up. I would put them back in the room, but then eventually they notice I'm not there, and then they start scratching at the door, and then they wake the baby up because they're scratching on the door. So you're just going to have to wait. I got like 20 more minutes before I'm done. I was walking around out of desperation. Blackie, go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. Go lay down, man. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. This guy right here is 3 years old, but he acts like he's freaking a child. Yes, I love you. I love you so much, buddy. You need to go lay down and go to sleep. Please. Okay, where's the other plug? Alright, chat, I'm going to do these 2 amps, and then I'm going to get off. I'm going to go catch some sleep. And then I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow. No, I think I will stream tomorrow because I'm going to... Tomorrow morning I have to do a bunch of running around. Personal stuff. Why is this guy stretching? Why is he stretching? Don't start. Don't start. I hear you. Don't start. So yeah, tomorrow morning I have to do a bunch of errands. So then I should be able to work later in the day. But then like in the middle, like 4 or 5 o'clock, then I have to start doing family stuff. So I should be on tomorrow night. But I'm gonna red to red, and then black to black. Alright, let me ship these amps. So this is 4 days ago. This is going to Illinois, so this is definitely going priority mail. So it's 2 days away. 1486 amps. You always have to sign for. They're super expensive. We don't want them to get lost. So signature ensures that you get it and that also nobody steals it or the post office doesn't lose it on you because they know they need to get a signature for it. So that's one. So that's TL. Yeah. And what order number was that? 4940. 4940. Alright. Still harness in here. Very cool. This is going to be also 4 days old because these came in on Friday. This is going to Virginia. We're going to do priority mail as well. Amplifier box. It's going to need signature. This is going to Virginia, but it's going to take 3 days. That's crazy. Okay. Alright. 49445. Alright, I'm done with my terminals. Let me put this away. Then one of these, this can go away, these can go back. That's good. That's good. Put it there. Make sure this is off. Clean up a little bit here. We do got a little bit of a mess. What do you mean by restore? Like repair? So the 5-channel amps and the 4-channel amps are sealed, and if you try to open them, you rip like the security ground. They don't repair them, so yes, you could repair it yourself. Sorry, I'm like talking to no one. So yeah, yes, you could technically repair it, but the ones that we have opened in the past didn't seem easily repairable, I should say. But hey, maybe next time on stream, we'll take a used amp or a returned amp and open it up. We should be getting a 4-channel one back soon, so we can take a look at that. But alright guys, that's going to be it for this live stream. Gotta get these dogs to bed. I didn't get all the orders I want to get done. I still have 4 orders I could have... Actually, only 1 order I could have done because the other ones I have to hit customers up for. But there are 10 orders in my queue. My oldest order is 23 hours, and that I have to wait on the customer to respond. I have 2 orders. The one order is really old. It's 19 days. He's waiting for the dash kit, but his order will ship on Thursday. That dash kit's coming from China. Then after that, 23 hours is not too bad. Then the next ones after that are all 9 hours, so they just came in earlier today, so we're good. Usually we're about 1 to 2 days out. On custom harnesses, it's about 2 days. If it's something just box and ship, it's usually same day, if not 1 day. But alright, I'm gonna catch some sleep. I'll be back. We open for business at 10. I'll probably be back up at it at 7, but I won't be live streaming till later in the night. Midday tomorrow I'm going to be running errands, but our phone lines will still be open for support. And then probably around like 3 or 4, no, a little earlier than that, maybe like 2, I'll be back on and shipping. But then I'll be live streaming again tomorrow night around 11 to 12. Alright guys, have a good night, and thanks for watching.